Hello, welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I am your host, Francy Hall, and we appreciate you joining us. We want you to know that if you have ideas for upcoming shows, we'd love to hear them, so go ahead and tweet us, Facebook us, or give us a call, or send us an email. Today's show, we have got Captain Jeff Mundale with us from the Owatonna Police Department, and he will be talking about the Night to Unite. And after that, we will be highlighting a new business in town that's all about health and nutrition, and that is the Mindful Fork. We hope that you will stick with us after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. We are here with Captain Jeff Mundale of the Owatonna Police Department, and we're going to be talking about the Night to Unite. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking time to be here. We know that you have important things to do in the community. This is important too, right?
It is.
Letting people know what's going on. And Captain, for those people who do not know you, hopefully not many of them have had personal contact with you, can you just let us know a little bit about your background? How long have you been here in Owatonna?
Sure, I got hired by the Owatonna Police Department in June of 1995.
Okay.
So I'm going to be celebrating my 20th anniversary with the police department in the city of Owatonna.
Great, congratulations. It's good to have you, and it's good to have you here. And what is it that you are in charge of at the police department? Being a captain, you're up there.
Yeah, currently I'm in charge of the Uniform Patrol Division. There's 20 police officers, 6 patrol sergeants, and then within that there's many specialty units like use of force, firearms training, EVOC, emergency vehicle operations control.
Thanks for
SWAT,
explaining that, EVOC,
yeah, SWAT, canine, evidence technicians.
That's a lot.
I
That's
have
a lot of things.
6 chaplains, volunteer police chaplains, and I'm about 17 police reserve officers.
Those are a lot of people and a lot of programs to keep.
We have a lot of good staff that helps,
Sure.
supervise those units.
You can't do it all by yourself.
Absolutely not, no.
Right? And so you've been here for 20 years. You live in the community locally. You're in charge of a big number of people and programs. When you say this, the police squadron, what did you call it?
The police reserve unit?
No,
Or
the whole thing.
Oh, the Uniform Patrol Division?
The Uniform Patrol Division. It's not just cars, but it's all these other units too. Are
Right,
there
well,
bicycle patrols and
we
things
don't.
like that? No, we don't
have any bicycle.
I thought we did, okay.
We did.
Oh,
The
we
program
did.
just doesn't seem to have enough energy to
Okay.
sustain itself, and interest and staffing levels and other things that we want to accomplish.
So patrols are mostly car patrol?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody in uniform is really my area of responsibility. Less the officers wearing light blue, which is our community service officers. That's under Captain Eric Rothmeyer.
All right.
So mostly the entire division that's wearing the navy blue uniform that I'm wearing today is under my direction.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here
Yep,
and
you're
for
welcome.
being, in charge of so many people and doing such a great job. We really do appreciate you. So we're here to talk about the Night to Unite and what that means and what it's for. So let's get into that. When is the Night to Unite?
Okay. It's always scheduled for the first Tuesday in August. This year it's going to fall on August 4th. And we typically do it late afternoon into early evening. So roughly once people are returning home from work and they're ready to host a party, the parties occur generally between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Usually barbecue type of
Exactly,
setting. I
yeah.
know we have them in our little cul-de-sac, and so that's really fun. We get all the neighbors coming together and sit down and barbecue and talk and have a good time and watch the kids play nearby. There's more to it than that, than just neighborliness. So what is it that we hope to accomplish with Night to Unite?
Okay. Well, the success of the program is certainly the hosts and hostess, the ones that want to organize the party. They will submit a registration to us so we know that there's a party occurring in their neighborhood, and we'll make sure it's represented by a police officer from our department. We don't want to miss any parties. We want to make sure that we are attended, since this is a program that we are trying to promote.
Police throughout the community are attending these. How many policemen can we expect to see at the community and at our parties?
One is very, very typical. You're not going to see many officers showing up at different intervals. If it is, it may be other city representatives, like a fire department representative, a city council representative, might also stop by these parties. But typically, one police officer is likely to show up. We try to manage this based on our call load as well. Emergency calls will obviously take precedent on this, but we staff the department in such a way that we'll have about 15 to 18 officers working on this particular day during these hours, so we can accommodate the parties.
How many officers are usually working on a given day?
On a day like that, on a Tuesday evening, there will be 3 patrol officers and a patrol sergeant. So just those 4 officers managing the calls for service. It's very unlikely for them to attend 40 to 60 block parties.
Absolutely, right. So we can have anywhere between 40 and 60 parties, is
Correct.
what you're saying,
Yep.
for the Night to Unite?
That's historically, the last 7 years, that's about what it's been. We've been as high as 64 parties in 2010 and as low as 38 parties in 2013. So
When did these start? When did we start doing this?
well, this has started, was created by a group called the National Association of Town Watch about 30 years ago. And they called it National Night Out.
Yes, okay,
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep. So, and the police department's been participating in these as long as I've been on the police department. It just wasn't as formal, and it just wasn't as maybe popular.
Okay.
So 7 years ago, the Minnesota Crime Prevention Association took over this concept from the National Night Out,
Okay.
and they kind of coined it as Night to Unite. It occurs on the same day as National Night Out, but it's more driven at the state level, and they're trying to get more police departments, sheriff's departments across the state.
Local departments taking
Right.
ownership and getting involved in.
Yep, correct.
Wonderful. What is it that you want to accomplish? What would you like to see happen as a result of these, all
Well-
of us getting together and uniting and
Right.
having a nice evening together?
We just want to be able to interact with the public. We want the communities or the neighborhoods to host a party, and we want to be there. We want to build relationships, just that connection between the community and the police department. And as you know right now, what's happening, nationwide with all maybe the relationships with the police and the community seem to be in.
A lot of tragedies
Yeah,
occurring,
so
and it's really.
we want to stay ahead of it. We want to be able to just maintain our relationships, maintain transparency. We want to be out there answering questions. We want to be able to promote our programs, and we want to talk about neighbors are going to obviously have some questions about what's happening in their neighborhood. We want to be able to help provide them themes, kind of what's happening and what's been going on. We want to be able to take and field complaints such as noise or speeding or vandalism or local crime problems. We want to be able to put our resources to that and kind of, in a sense, curb those issues.
You can get a pulse on what's going on by the neighbors, and they can also get a pulse on what's happening as well.
Good.
I want to
Very
talk
good way to
about the
put it.
programs that you were talking about.
Sure.
But there was something else that we wanted to talk about. It was the programs, and there was something else. Well,
Current things to be aware of.
that's what it was. Leanne wanted us to talk about that, and that's important. What are the things coming up for summer? What do people need to look out for in
Well,
terms of safety and?
Kids are out of school. Typically, we see a spike in vandalism, property damage crimes, theft. So we really want the community to be alert on what's happening in their local parks, being observant to that, calling in suspicious persons, protecting their own property by locking their vehicles, locking their doors. If they're on vacation, getting a neighbor to be like a neighborhood watch.
Don't post that you're leaving on Facebook.
Right.
I'm going to be gone for a week, everybody. No, don't do that.
So just, we do see a little bit of a spike in juvenile crime, so to speak.
The 2 kids who were walking down our road the other day and pushing a lawnmower into the curb at our house were watching you. So they were
just
breaking up a lawnmower, I don't know
Being
why.
vigilant, protecting
Yes.
your property, and reporting suspicious activity.
And looking out for kids on the road, I presume, not just the
Right.
ones that are, pushing lawnmowers and
Right.
ruining
So
things, but
coming onto the
kids-
set today, there was information that there's kids skateboarding down Elm Street Hill. So, there's more kids on the road, on bikes, on foot. So just being alert and
on
observant to those.
skateboards, on rollerblades,
Right.
be careful of the kids. We do
Slow
care
down.
about you kids. We want
Slow
you to
down,
be
wear your
safe.
seatbelt, obey the speed limits, obey the signs. Just use extra caution. Take your time.
Take your time, look out for kids, and keep an eye out and report it to the police if you see something going on that seems suspicious or a criminal.
Right. Yep.
All right. And so some of the things that we're going to be, and some of this stuff, you will get more information about this from the neighbors, and then you'll be able to give them this information
Right.
as well at Night to Unite. And there's also information about programs that are offered at and from and by the police department. And what are those? I wasn't aware that we had so much
just,
going
just
on.
to name a few here, we have a volunteer explore posts, which are for kids 8th grade to 12th grade, interested in exploring law enforcement as a career. We have a volunteer police reserve unit, which is offered to adults 18 and older, valid driver's license. They'll pass a criminal background check. They would be just strictly volunteers to help the police department with different services that we need, such as maybe assisting right along with the transport, sitting with a prisoner, protecting a crime scene, being called in, looking for missing persons, being called in for disasters, just where we need help to help augment our patrol division. Another program would be the big one that we're going to be running again for the third time beginning this September, will be the Citizens Academy. It's an 8-week program where we have many different speakers within our agency, typically not outside speakers, but within our own specific areas of discipline that they are
With our local
very
police
proficient in.
department.
Right, so they're going to be offering training. It's usually a 2-hour session in those areas. We
And
talked
so who
about
can apply for this?
anybody can.
Citizenship training.
Yep. Anybody that's, again, 18 years old or older,
Okay.
lives or resides or works in the city of Owatonna.
Okay. We are out of time almost here because it just goes so fast.
Could we just
One
say
more time? Yes,
one thing
quick.
about this, the Night to Unite here? If you want to participate and you want to be a host,
Yes.
you need to register with Pam Roberts at the police department. Her number is 774-7200. We will be putting stuff on our website for how to register, and you can print registration material. But that's to just get us started so we can start keeping track of what parties that we should be attending.
Great. Thank you so much for that information. Thanks for being here. And thank you for being here. Please stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
Welcome back. We are on a field trip here at the Pillsbury Kitchen with a new business in town called The Mindful Fork. And I'm here with the owners and the chef, and we're going to find out who these great folks are. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
I'm Beth Wall. And I'm Reagan West.
And over there,
Hillary Pick.
we have Hillary Pick. And we have PJ Newhouse. And PJ, could you come on over for a quick sec also? And what are the roles of each of you, the people who are cutting and cooking?
Reagan and I are owners of the business, and PJ is our chef.
And PJ, you're a chef. How long have you been a chef, and where else have you been a chef?
Oh, for about 25 years I've been a chef, and 10 years ago I was working at the Gainey Conference Center, but when they shut down, I became a chef for the Mindful Fork.
Wonderful. So you've got a lot of experience, and I've looked at the menu, and it looks amazing. And I'm learning how to cut mangoes by watching these ladies. So tell us a little bit about this Mindful Fork. First of all, it's a really intriguing name. So where did you come up with the name?
Well, we just really want people to be more mindful about what they're putting in their mouth. Right now, we're just inundated with tons of processed foods and things that really are making us sick. So Reagan and I both have some food allergies, and what we found is a lot of those are causing all kinds of illnesses in our bodies, and once we started being a little more mindful about what we were putting in our mouths, a lot of those illnesses went away. So part of our hope is that we're able to educate people as well as feed them.
Educate them and make them more healthy.
Yes.
It sounds like wonderful. And so both of you are here cutting away, and what is your normal job here when you're a typical day? What are you doing here at Mindful Fork? Go ahead, Reagan.
A little bit of everything. Right now we're making mango salsa, but a lot of prep work, a lot of chopping. Everything that we do starts with whole, real foods. So we start with the basic ingredients. And so a lot of prep work. PJ handles a lot of the cooking. He's got some pork coming out of the oven right now. And after we get everything cooked and prepared, then look at packaging it up and getting it out to the customers.
Now, who are the customers and what do they get to eat? But who are these folks? How do they get this food into their tummies?
Want to go? Well, we have a range of customers from single people all the way up to families of 5. And the way that they get the food is they order online. They put in a bin deposit. We ask for $35, a refundable deposit for our coolers, and then they tell us how many servings they want. On a Tuesday, we put our cooler out on their front step, packed with ice, and they will get 3 yummy meals of however many servings they ask. So if you're a family of 5, we'll have 15 meals in the cooler waiting for you when you get home. And then you just put them in your refrigerator. There's simple instructions on the top. You can have dinner on the table anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. Some are microwavable and some are ovenable. And a lot of them are freezable as well. So we make it as easy as possible to get a nutritious meal on the table for your family.
What is a typical meal that you make? I've seen some of the menu and it just sounds delicious. What are you cooking?
Many of our items are gluten-free, and typically they include a protein, a meat, a vegetable side, and usually a starch. So like, for example, this week we have an herb chicken, we have quinoa, and we've got some vegetables mixed in with that. One of our signature items that's pretty much been a family favorite is our sweet potato sliders. And those are mini hamburger, usually made like part turkey meat so that it's a little bit healthier. And then instead of a bun, we use a sweet potato. And it took me 4 or 5 weeks to get her to try it, but once she tried it.
Once I tried it, it was great. We plank the sweet potatoes instead of a bun, and it gives it a great flavor. My kids actually like it. 2 out of 3 of my children love it, and 1 tolerates it.
So no, 1 tolerates it. So no carbs and no gluten in that slider.
A little bit of carbs, yeah.
Healthy carbs, no processed ingredients.
But no processed, yeah.
So that's kind of the hallmark here. No processed foods.
Correct.
All of it is prepared fresh.
Yep. And we make a fresh guacamole that we send out with that as well. So
right now we're making a fresh mango salsa, and that's going to be served with our jerk pork tenderloin. And we have wild rice on the side of that.
So how soon before, like if I want to order this food, how soon before I can get it into my home?
We ask for a minimum of a week, heads up. Sometimes we can get you in a little bit sooner, but to be on the safe side, about 10 days, 7 to 10 days.
And do you cook, how many days a week are you in this kitchen cooking?
We're in here on Mondays and Tuesdays. Sometimes we have some prep work on Sundays as well.
What else can we learn about you folks? Yes, exactly. How have you come up with the idea for creating this business?
Well, it's loosely based on an idea I had way back about 20 years ago when I was getting my master's. I was newly married and I was traveling back and forth, and I was having a heck of a time getting healthy food on the table for my husband and I. I had a project to write, so I came up with a potential solution where there was more of a meal kit where everything was prepped for you, but you did your own cooking. And my instructor thought that that was a great idea, but I was busy and I never thought about it again. Fast forward 20 years, Reagan and I are out for a run last September, and we're both lamenting about the fact that it's super hard to feed our kids healthy, even though we know what we want to eat and what they should eat. And so we started talking and brainstorming, and it really morphed since September. We've been in all different, we've thought of a deli, we've thought of a meal kit kind of a service, and we figured out that the best thing to do was have it mostly prepared, where there's almost everything is cooked. About one meal a week maximum will have raw, that if fish and some beef turns out better if you cook it only once and not reheat it. And that's how we came up with just trying to make it as simple as possible, being able to get it on the table for the families.
Well, and part of it too was we both have kids in sports. We each have 3 kids, and one of mine has food allergies as well. And so trying to make sure that kids in sports are getting enough protein or the nutrients that they need. Half the time my kids are in 2 sports at a time, same with yours. So that was part of it too. Instead of when you're running around and you're busy chasing after your kids, you don't always want to just feed them processed food or hit the drive-through somewhere. You want to be able to have something ready that you feel good about them eating. So that was a big part of it, besides the allergies that we have as well. So
this sounds like a very good solution to a busy life, to be able to get healthy food, so you're not going to the fast option.
Right.
This is fast, but it's healthy.
Right.
And what about
pizza? Can be a treat instead of a daily event.
Pizza can be a treat instead of, I like that. And I would, oh my goodness, it's really hard not to just pick up one of these mangoes and eat them. But I'm not going to touch your food, folks, don't worry. So they're talking in the background there. And also the calorie content and the size of the portions, does that play into any of this?
The portions are sized out based on a lot of the recommendations for like an actual serving, and we try to keep it pretty consistent each week. But besides that, the calorie content, because we're using a lot of real food and we're testing and changing all of our recipes right now, we're so new. We're working on getting that out probably in the next few months or so. But right now we're just focusing on real, whole food, making sure that you're getting the proper
healthy
nutrients.
Calories, healthy food.
Exactly.
Let's go, we're going to take a little cut here, and we're going to go visit into the room where you are going to be packing this stuff, and we can see exactly what the folks are going to be getting when they get these meals, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, stick with us. Okay, we are joining now Reagan and Beth in with the final product. And so tell us what this is.
Well, this is a delivery bin. This is what we set on your front porch. And we load the delivery bin with all of our meals and a bunch of ice packs, so you don't have to be home to receive it. When you do get home, you just bring it inside, you take the food out, put it in your refrigerator, and you're good to go.
And I read that there's labels on here that give you all of the instructions. It's extremely easy. And tell us what this is, this beautiful food that's before us.
So this is our roasted chicken with herb, and it has summer quinoa, so it has the cooking directions right on it. And this is green packaging that is oven safe, so this entire package just actually goes straight from your fridge right into the oven.
And it's green, that's so wonderful. And what is this right here?
This is a flank steak stack, and it's got julienne vegetables along with flank steak and smashed potatoes.
Smashed potatoes, okay. Thank you so much for joining us, for being on the show and letting folks know what you have to offer new in the community. We appreciate you being with us as well.
What's your contact info?
Oh, what is your contact info?
Well, our website is mindfulforkmeals.com, and we're also on Facebook.
mindfulforkmeals.com. So if you want one of these meals, go to mindfulforkmeals.com. In the meantime, stick with us after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. I am your host, Francy Hall, and we are your community connection. And as usual, there's a lot going on in the community to tell you about, so let's get to that. The summer reading program has kicked off for the library, and they've got great programs for kids coming up. Don't forget that the Zoo Man will be at the library 10 a.m. on June 11th. And also that evening, there will be a movie for the parents, The Good Lie, it's called. So go to the library for all kinds of great activities. Just so you know, the Steele County Diaper Bank was founded by the Owatonna Hospital, and on June 13th, they're having a diaper drive. So please donate new disposable children's diapers. I think that you can drop those off at the food shelf, if I'm correct. Also, River Springs Ducky Dash. So our great River Springs pool, they have a program that will help support youth scholarships for those families that would like to be at the pool but don't maybe necessarily have the funds. You can participate in that Sunday, June 14th. Movies in the Park starts June 19th, Friday, June 19th. It looks like they're going to be showing Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Should start about 9 p.m. in Central Park. Remember that the Owatonna Public Utilities has refurbished their building. They've reused some old, really, historical architectural things that you'll want to look at. Thursday, June 18th, 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., and there are tours every half hour and every hour. Then on June 20th, have breakfast on the farm at Clover Glen Farms, 8 a.m. to noon, rain or shine, and that is provided by the American Dairy Association. Also on the 20th, after you go to the breakfast on the farm, or actually maybe beforehand, 8:30 a.m. shotgun start for the Young Life Golf Tournament taking place at Brook Tree Golf Course. For more information, call 451-9401. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Come back and join us for Friday's show when we're going to be speaking with people for the Wenger Marching Band Festival, and I think there's something else we're doing.
4th of July.
4th of July fireworks. Stick with us.